What's up? What's up? What's up? Just got home from work. I'm ready to talk about some fantasy basketball. Had a pretty good night. I had most of my lineups were over 300 points. Tonight was so good. Player performances, 300 didn't even hit. So I'm gonna start off with the lineup that I gave you guys on the video yesterday. Didn't really do as well as I had hoped, but we'll go over that first. So Steph Curry definitely hitting value. I expected 40, 45 out of Steph Curry. DJ Augustine, I ran him in every lineup I did. I think maybe one I didn't. But if you didn't play DJ Augustine today, you're a fool. You're a fool. There's nothing about that. Look at that. $3,800 for him. With Brandon Jennings out, he's going to kill it. That's 13 times value right there. That is a killer. Klay Thompson, again, he's hitting value. I expected this game to be a blowout, but Boston kept it close. So that actually explains Maurice Spates down here not playing too much. That's kind of a bummer on this lineup. Anyway, back to shooting guard. Rodney Stuckey. He's hitting value here. I would have liked him to go a little more, but it is what it is. Matt Barnes, I said last night I would have been ecstatic if he hit 30. He got half of that. Not hitting value, but Matt Barnes is kind of hit or miss. I took a chance with him on this lineup. Kawhi Leonard, he's hitting value there and then some. Definitely a good game from Kawhi. 19 points, 14 rebounds. Can't argue with that. Markieff Morris, also another player that I expected more from. I thought he'd hit at least twice that. So that brought this lineup down too. Vucevic, 27 points, 7 rebounds. That's a good game. But, at $8,900, I'm expecting him to do a little more than 35 points. If Vucevic could start getting blocks consistently or like up his defense, it might help out. But just scoring and rebounds, that's about all he's going to do. We'll move on to my first game that hit here. This one hit for $250. Like I said again, dollar tournaments, that's all I like to run. This lineup was my lowest winner at $315. I went with Patrick Beverley. I guess the game was kind of a blowout for a little bit, so he didn't play as much. But 25.4, that's definitely still hitting value. I would have liked to see more, but I can't argue with that. And DJ Augustine again, like I said, he was the go-to. I guarantee every top lineup has DJ Augustine in it. OJ Mayo, I picked him because he's been playing pretty well lately, getting some solid minutes. He's on a little bit of a hot streak. Only 9 points this game, but the 7 assists is what really brought that up. And a little bit of defense with steals and blocks. Wayne Ellington, I would have liked to see him get more. I mean, this is still hitting value here. That's overvalue. But, I figured with Kobe out now, Ellington gets some more burn. But, like I said, the game got a little bit out of hand, so he didn't play as much. Solomon Hill, kind of a bust there. Nothing I could say about that, really. Kawhi again. Anthony Davis, definitely a solid game there. The 5 steals was huge. The double-double there. I'm probably going to use him in some kind of lineup for tomorrow as well, since he's playing the Sixers. So we'll see how that works out. Blake Griffin, always a solid play. Almost had the triple-double here. He's been scoring less points than he has in the past, but the fact that he's dishing out, at least 6 assists usually a night, that's huge. Real huge. Vucevic again, not my best pick at center, but for this lineup, he'll do. And moving on to the next one. This one I actually got 332.8 on, as you can see here. I ran Patrick Beverley and DJ Augustine again. Aflalo, I really thought Aflalo would get more, especially since this game went into overtime. I was looking at the score. I seen it was overtime. I was like, well, hopefully Aflalo will pick it up, do something. But not the best game from Aflalo. Avery Bradley, I gave him a shot. Usually I'm expecting low 20s with him. I mean, this is hitting value here, but I was hoping, maybe he'd pick it up a little bit and get me 30, possibly 40 even. I know that's asking a lot, but wishful thinking. Kawhi again. Went Trevor Ariza here against the Lakers. I mean, that's a good play. 29.9. For 5,200, that's hitting value and then some. That's a good play there. Then I got Griffin and Davis again. But this time, instead of Vucevic, I went with Valanciunas because last time he played Detroit, he did pretty well. So I figured I'd put him in and see what he did here, and it worked out for me on that one. And this one here was my best line of the night. I finished 437th out of 86,206 entries. So this lineup is better than over 85,000 lineups. So that's pretty good. This is one of the best lineups I ever had at 343.9. Again, I went with DJ Augustine. Like I said, almost every lineup I played him. There might have been one where I didn't, and it probably screwed me. Then Elfrid Payton, I thought I'd get a little bit more out of Elfrid Payton. This is still hitting value, but, he's a starting point guard. I mean, against Indiana, too. Come on. Evan Turner, he's usually hit or miss playing him, but he had a solid game tonight. 19 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists. He was close on the triple-double, so that's a lot more than I would have thought I would have got from Evan Turner. So, again, he's hitting value and then some. Definitely solid right there. I'll take that all day. Aaron Aflalo again. He's actually the lowest on this lineup. I only have 2 players under 30 even. So he brought this lineup down. It could have been even better. Kawhi again. Draymond Green, I played him. 34.8. That's pretty good. It's hitting value. But I thought, Draymond Green, he's usually playing power forward, so against Boston, I figured he'd do a little bit more. But 34.8 is definitely still good from him. Jared Sullinger, I played him in this lineup because Sullinger kind of has this tendency to play really well when he's playing against guys that are really good. So even though Sullinger is not really the best defender, when he has competition, he's going to go off offensively. So 26 points, 9 rebounds. Definitely a solid game from Sullinger at 41.3. I'll take that all day. Greg Monroe, he had a solid game against Toronto. Last time they played, he had, I think, like 41 against them. So 43.2, that's about what I expected. That's definitely hitting value. That's a solid play from Greg Monroe there. DeAndre Jordan, one of the best centers of the night, 18 points, 14 rebounds, and the 4 blocks was huge. He's hitting value and then some. DeAndre Jordan really helped this lineup out. So, 343.9. I'll take that. Then moving on to tonight's lineup. I'm going to start this one off. Like I said, I'm going to use Langston Galloway until his value comes up over 5,000. He only hit for 20 points last game, but like I said, I'm hoping for 30 plus against Sacramento. They're not really good at guarding point guards or shooting guards, so I'm going to run him against Sacramento. Then Carter Williams, he had a bad game his last one out too, but like I said, it was on the tail end of a back-to-back. But he had a day's rest here, and he's going against New Orleans, which Drew Holiday is still going to be out. So that brings me to my next guy. Tyreek Evans is going to be running point for New Orleans, and I'm going to play him because I see him doing some damage against Philly for sure. Tim Hardaway Jr., like I said again, with Sacramento, they're not good at guarding the 1 or the 2. So Tim Hardaway just went off for 40 fantasy points the other night. I'm hoping he can do something similar against Sacramento, so I'm gonna play him and do Lance Thomas again, just in case Melo's out. And even if Melo plays, Thomas is probably still gonna get some burn. He did well for me last time, so I'm gonna run him. Joe Ingles, I'll play him. They still have him slotted at a small forward. He's going to be Utah's shooting guard, and I mean Boston guards shooting guards pretty well, but I'm thinking that Ingles is going to have an all right night against Boston. And Blake Griffin again. I'm going to run him against Denver because Denver sucks down low, so I expect Blake to abuse them. I go Brandon Bass against Utah because Bass has been keeping his minutes, around 30 plus. The last game he played wasn't really anything spectacular, but 4,800. That's about what I had left, and I think Bass is going to have a pretty good game against Utah. And for my center, I'm gonna run D Boogie, best center in the game. Especially against New York, they don't have anybody that's going to stop him. I'm expecting Cousins to get me probably 60 points, and yeah, that's my lineup. I'll probably set a couple more, but I'm gonna submit this one now. Let me know if you guys like it. If you got any suggestions on who I should play instead of somebody, any sleepers for the night, get at me, and see how I do tomorrow.